Okay, here I have a 2001 Bentley Arnage. It's got a MIL on with the DTC P0106 for the MAP sensor. Symptoms usually when cold. DTC will clear itself and return later. I got my Pico hooked up to the original MAP sensor, which is found under the passenger fender area, under the liner. I'm going to show you that the vehicle has good engine vacuum and runs correctly with the original sensor. We have approximately 17 inches right there of engine vacuum. Have a good reference voltage of 5 volts, and you can see that with the engine running with 17 inches of vacuum, I have just about 123 hertz. Engine seems to be running fairly well. Okay, you can see with the original sensor key on, I have 5 volt reference. I have a fairly stable 153 hertz. Okay, you can see in correlation with the vacuum gauge here that as I apply vacuum, I reach running engine vacuum at about 17 inches right there. And you can see that the frequency stabilizes at about 127 hertz right there. If I continue to go to a full 20 inches, the lowest reading I get is about 123 hertz. The engine will fire up and run on this original sensor at about 123 hertz. Okay, here is the new sensor on the Pico. If you can see that we've got 5 volt reference to this sensor, and we're looking at a key on frequency of about 157 hertz. So the problem with this sensor is that after 17 inches of vacuums applied to it, the engine will not run. And as you can see here, the frequency in correlation to the vacuum. So if we apply slowly, you can see the frequency start to reduce. The trouble is, here around 15 inches, it drops below 120 hertz. The engine wants to run at about 123 hertz with the original sensor. If we continue to apply vacuum here, at 20 inches we're looking at just about 117 hertz right there. You can see that the reference voltage is stable, and we are using the sensor ground as a good ground and the signal right there. As you can see, both part numbers are identical, so that both of these sensors should be calibrated equally. Okay, you can see here, key on with the original sensor. I have about 157 hertz right there. The new sensor, when you crank the vehicle, with the engine vacuum reaching at about 17 inches to 20 inches during cranking and fire, this sensor will not allow the engine to run. As you can see, it's an immediate stall. Fire it up again. The frequency dips at just about 115 hertz, 105 hertz. I can keep the engine running by giving it a little bit of accelerator. You can see that it wants to run in the 120 hertz range. Anything below and it will stall. Now remember, the original sensor allows the engine to crank and run and is setting an intermittent DTC P0106. As we can see, the new sensor is defective.